Good day, footprinters. I am back. I've just done that reading. Reading on Iran and Iraq. It's compiling. Just in brief, going to be shaky for a couple of months, and then things seem to calm down a bit. Well, let's move on to a different subject. Mike Pompeo. He's like a robot programmed to just say the same thing without answering a question. He was flat out told, do you acknowledge that Trump threatened a war crime? And he's like, blah, 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 blah. We will do what's legal and do the best to keep us. Didn't answer the question. Trump threatened a war crime in writing. And he also thinks that a tweet is a legal notice to Congress. Well, Paul up, bless his heart, as they say in the South. Is that correct? So I'm watching this man on 6 rounds of morning television, lying through his teeth and looking like he had been stuffed to the gills with starch. It's like he didn't move the whole time and he was glazed over. Yeah, this is what we're doing, and everything we are going to do is legal. We are going to protect US interests in a legal way, and I am not going to answer your question, because if I do, I shall be in the poo. Anyway, rumour has circulated that he encouraged Trump to pick the option of killing Soleimani and Pence, him and Pence both. So I'm going to have a look, do a yes-no triad for both of them. We'll start with Trump, with Pompeo on the left-hand side, and do Pence on the right-hand side, and ask whether or not this is true. I am using the Annie Labrie Tarot, by Annie Labrie, of course. She wrote it and illustrated it. Beautiful, bright, colourful cards. So I'm going to do that. So put the cards down a bit. Right, so Pompeo. Pompeo encouraged Trump to kill Soleimani. Temperance. Trying to maintain a balance. But temperance is all about long-term patience as well. He's been working on Trump to do this for a long, long time. Temperance is also a yes card. So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. But anyway. 1. The Empress, that's a yes. Page of Wands, that's a yes. King of Swords, that's a yes. Oh yes, without a doubt. Knight of Swords, oh hang on. King of Swords is a maybe. Page of Wands is a yes. Yeah. And the Empress is a yes. Yes, he's been working on it for a long time. He says this will be good for America. This will keep Americans safe. This is what he said. this action will send a message to Iran to not mess with us. And Trump being this is him as his star sign, Gemini, lapped it up. He was a bit dithery. Now, remembering that the King of Swords is a maybe card, he was a bit dithery about doing it, but Pompeo encouraged him. He's been working on him for a long time. And then, you know, so he's been a bit dithery about it for a while. And this situation with the embassy in Iraq sprang up, and Pompeo just used it as a springboard. So that's a definite yes. Now, let's ask the same question about Pence. Did Mike Pence, also encourage Trump to choose this option? Did Mike Pence also encouraged Trump to use this option? Because apparently he's been quite keen on it too. Okay, what's on the bottom there? Oh yes, he's been working on it, planning for it for a long time. He's been rabid apparently about getting rid of this guy. It's been in his long-term plans for that area for a long time. Queen of Wands, that's a yes. Three of Swords, heartbreak and betrayal. Wheel of Fortune. Three of Swords is a no, but Wheel of Fortune is a yes. Yeah, he saw it as an action that was inevitable. He didn't see it as an act of betrayal to the country, but, you know, and as an act of betrayal to Iraq, which in a sense, my personal opinion is that it was. Okay, destabilising that whole area. He didn't see it like that. He saw it as putting one over on Nancy Pelosi because under normal circumstances such an action would have been taken to Congress for approval first. So he saw it as putting one over on Nancy Pelosi. So that's that question pretty well answered in a few cards. Yes, both of them were like champing at the bit and pushing him and pushing. They've been working on it for a long time, probably together. And, you know, because Trump's been dithering about what to do there for ages. He's all talk and no action. For Pence especially, he wanted to get one over on Pelosi. He knows that Pelosi's got her eyes on him, and he wanted to get one over on her. For Pompeo, it's about sending a message that America is strong and you're not, and we're going to protect our American interest and all that. I thought Pence was robotic, but when I saw these interviews with Pompeo, you have to see them. Go and look for them. Pompeo on the morning circuit on Sunday. It's just like, yeah, robotic, just so totally robotic. So that's what that pair was all about. Now, the next thing I'm going to look at, I was watching Ring of Fire, one of the Young Turks, and, you know, they're fun and all that. But apparently a story has reached them that after the decision was made, but before it was carried out, it was made a couple of days before it was carried out, Trump was walking around Mar-a-Lago telling all its members something's big going to happen, something's big is going to happen, I've organised something big, you know, not necessarily telling them what it is, but saying, something big is going to happen in Iraq or Iran. And Eric Trump was tweeting, yeah, get ready for something big to happen in Iraq. Now, I'm going to ask first, is this true? Did he do this? So, did he walk around Mar-a-Lago bragging to its members that he'd organised something big to happen in Iraq? And it seems to me that doing something like that is a breach of national security, because members of Mar-a-Lago aren't elected officials. They're not in positions of trust and confidence, and it's not their job to know about these things. It's not their absolute right to know about these things before Congress. So, we know that he decided to do it a few days ahead of time, and he told Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham's a senator and all that, but he didn't tell anyone else, not even the rest of the Republican Party. But apparently he was saying to members of Mar-a-Lago, I've organised something big. Now, this seems to me it's a breach of national security. So I'm going to ask a few questions. First, did he do this? Did Donald Trump walk around Mar-a-Lago bragging that he'd organised something big to happen with Iran? Did Donald Trump walk around bragging about something big happening in Iran? Did he walk around bragging about something big that was going to happen in Iran? Six of Swords. Yeah, I think so. I'm not looking at this as a yes or no card. So it is a maybe. It is a maybe. And I think he wanted to brag about it. But he was a bit unsure of how much he could say, so he bragged about it. Nine of Coins, Strength, and the Nine of Swords. That's great. Push my cheat sheet out of the way here. Yes, yes. No. Yeah, he did. But I think the reason he was bragging about it was he was talking himself up. Because he's a little bit unsure. He's a little bit anxious about it. About making the decision. But he wanted to upset the status quo and show some strength on his part. So he did it to build himself up for the upcoming conferences and everything that were going to happen afterwards. So he did it as an exercise in ego building. Now, the next question I'm going to ask is if he did indeed do this, and it looks like he did, if he walked around bragging about it to everyday citizens, we'll call them, citizens with no security clearance, with no right to have knowledge of these things happening until it's deemed appropriate by government authorities, if you know what I mean. No more right to know than any other Americans. Yes, everyone in a country should have the right to know why some things were done. They didn't have any more right to know before than anybody else did. And so he did it. He bragged. The question I want to ask now is, did he break the law? The moon says no, but that's on the bottom of the deck. But the moon also says it should have been kept close. It should not have been spoken about. It should not have had light shone on it in that environment. So, did he break the law? Knight of Coins. Yes. Five of Coins. No. The World. Yes, yeah, he did. He did break the law. He did it with the mercenary point of view too, boasting about it and, you know, urging people to don't. I think he did it as a way to get people to show how big and tough and he was, and to donate to his campaign, actually. Yeah, he did break the law. The whole world is going to know about it, and he's going to be left out in the cold because of it. And another reason he did it was to get money, to raise money. Now, will people come forward? Will people who were there come forward to confirm what he was doing? He didn't necessarily say what they were going to do, but he confirmed that something big was going to happen, that he had something planned. He should never have even said that. You know, will people come forward from Mar-a-Lago who were there to tell the truth and confirm this? No. They don't want to portray their president. Let's have a look. King of Cups is a yes. Queen of Coins is a yes. The Empress is a yes. They don't want to. They don't want to portray their president, most of them, but some of them are going to, because they see what he's done as a destabilising action. It's upset the status quo and it's put America at further risk. They might even leave Mar-a-Lago, I think. And it's put America's resources at further risk as well. Hello, I'm back. I had to take a few minutes break so my hubby could, you know, fix himself some food. So, yes, some people may come forward to testify to this, that he went around saying expect something big to happen in Iran. Now, this is clearly a breach of national security, but I'll double check that. Is Trump doing this a breach of national security? Is Trump bragging the way he did a breach of national security? Page of Cups, that's a yes. He was big with news and excited to share it. Eight of Coins. Yeah, Eight of Coins. That's a yes. Page of Wands is a yes. Talking about actions, classified actions to anybody, even in the most general terms, is in such a situation clearly a breach. King of Pentacles, yes. Yeah, it is. And again, the money comes up again. He was boasting in the hope of boosting donations to his campaign. Now, my last question on this. Will Trump will Trump's bragging, will this lead to an article of impeachment, a new article of impeachment being introduced? Not what he did, not his justification for it, but him bragging about it to people, you know, his breach of national security. Will this lead to another article of impeachment being introduced? I'll just... You know, walking around a completely unsecured facility, talking to, basically, apart from the fact that they've got money and can join his club, members of the public, and telling them shit that, sorry. So, will this lead to the introduction of another article of impeachment? Soon. Soon. Three of Cups. That's a yes. Celebration. Celebration. Oh yes, and they'll do it gleefully, because this is a biggie. Ace of Wands is a yes. It's sparking a new investigation, this story. The Lovers is a yes. And the Seven of Coins is, it's a maybe. But yeah, and again, it's back to money. Yes. And who else did he tell about it? Did he tell Putin? Let's have a look. So yeah, it could lead to a new article of impeachment. Three of Wands. Four of Cups. Knight of Wands. Yeah. Oh, this man. When he stuffs up big time, doesn't he? Three of Wands. Yep. There's plans. And those plans are going to come to fruition. You're on top of the new investigation, and they are. The investigation is going to come to fruition. Plans for it. Four of Cups is maybe. He's not going to be happy about... No, that's a Five of Cups. That is a Five of Cups. Sorry, that's a no. But the other two are, yeah. He's he's not going to be happy with it. He's yeah. I think it's also going to lead to a loss of support for him. I think this one, he's going to lose support if this article of impeachment is introduced. Knight of Wands is a yes. They're still going to proceed cautiously and cover all their bases, not charge in, but they are very carefully looking at the whole situation. I'm going to ask one more question. Did Trump brag to club members in an effort to raise money for his campaign? Did he brag to club members as a way to raise money for his campaign? It's always been said that money's going to bring him down, and people have assumed it's his tax returns, but I don't know. I think it's money involved with this whole business that's going to bring him down. Did he brag? It was the main reason Donald Trump was bragging was to raise money for his campaign amongst club members. I mean, I've already said that that's indicated quite a few times, but I'm going to ask the question outright now. Was the main reason Donald Trump was bragging was to raise money from club members for his campaign? Three of Coins. Yes. Working with his campaign to raise money. Seven of Wands. That's a no. Page of Coins is a yes. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is a yes. Oh, God love her. Oh, Bobber girl. Yeah. He's going to have to defend himself on that. But the news is going to come out about when he was bragging, if he was also asking for money for his campaign. Was he using this situation to raise money for his campaign? Nine of Cups. It's going to be like a wish come true for Democrats. Let's do a couple more cards. The Devil. No, but the Two of Wands counteracts that. Two of Wands is a yes, and the Wheel of Fortune is a yes. Yes, it was inevitable. It was inevitable that he would turn this situation into a way to, he plans for any situation to try and raise money for his campaign, because he is he's the devil, basically. He's I wouldn't call him the devil. He will do anything. He will compromise every single little value he's ever been taught, and there hasn't been many. He will squash any little hint of virtue, of honour, in order to get himself re-elected. Look, I am going to wrap it up now. And yeah, Cammy, I just lost it. Just sliding across the cards. She has to be in on the action. Anyway, So I am going to leave it at that for now. I will be back in a couple of days to do a couple of readings on maybe some different subjects. I think I'm going to have a look at some of the front runners with the Democratic race. I know the Iowa caucus is on January 30th, so I might have a look at that. I'll look that up, look up some facts on it, and see if I can have a look at to see who will come out of that as a front runner. In the meantime, love you all, footprinters. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, and please have a good one, have a safe one, and look after yourselves and others. And yeah, see you at the next reading.